Hey Gun Geeks, how are you guys doing? I am a tiny bit chilly because in Wisconsin the temperature has definitely dropped. The last week has been freezing. Um, couple of things I usually start this off with. For anybody who's new, well, for one thing, let me know. Drop us a comment, let me know that you're new, and then we can all say hello to you. And the way I try to do this is I'll try to read the username and then read the comment or question and respond to it. And I sometimes can pronounce the usernames and sometimes I do very poorly with pronouncing the usernames. So if you want to give me some pointers or phonetics or something, be my guest. Otherwise, sorry. I'm just going to apologize ahead of time. As far as quality goes, if you're having issues, let me know. Usually, switching to a different bandwidth works. Because I think we're broadcasting in an HD quality, a medium, and then a mobile. So, also switching browsers sometimes helps. I usually use Chrome. Sometimes I use Safari. Occasionally Firefox. Those seem to work all right. Internet Explorer, not so much. But yeah, hitting F5, refreshing, that generally helps if you're having some lag too. Okay, enough of that stuff. Let's say hello to everyone. From where is everyone tuning in, by the way? Obviously, you guys know where I am. And it is chilly. Brrr. Aussie Wombat, hi Dad of Dest and friends. Alessio Baldi, hello Destinee, hello Dad of Destiny, hello Gun Geeks. So many hellos, OMG, it's lovely. Jesse Vanderhayden, you think it's been cold? Wait till tomorrow, lol. Oh man, seriously, I was walking the dog last night and it was -8 degrees and I cried a little bit on the inside. Well, actually probably a little bit on the outside too because the wind made my eyes water. I should start wearing my shooting goggles when I walk the dog because it is seriously, I'm such a pansy for cold weather. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Aaron Manning says, are you feeling well, Des? Your eyes look funny. I wear makeup. I don't know. I'm feeling okay. I actually slept last night, which was wonderful. By the way, if you ever get the chance to try a full night of sleep, it is fabulous. I highly recommend it. I should do it more than once a week. Todd Wegren, do you have a fan running? I have a heater running. I'll turn it down. Sorry, I didn't realize that it was going to be so noisy. 2 seconds. Let's see. Did that help? Sorry. I told you guys I was a pansy for the cold weather. I have a tiny little heater on me. Lance Stone, check. Finally, after 10 years, I'm a gun geek with a gun. Yeah! Lil Taz 74, Florida 83 with the AC on. Oh, rub it in, why don't ya? Charger 8924, Excelsior Springs, Missouri. Matthew Pelter, I freaking love the cold. You can have all of my cold. I will give it to you freely. I have no problem with that. Donald Roten, I think, is how I'm supposed to pronounce it. Des, thank you for getting my good news last week at the last second of the show. You're welcome! I don't know why we were having issues with me finding it. I guess there were just a lot of commenters that day, which is, wonderful. Sometimes I have a little harder time keeping up with it than others. Usually, we do okay. Eric Kamichik, Brazil. Very hot. Yeah, jealous. Nate Schultz, a full night of sleep is so rare for me nowadays. I don't even know what it's like. Yeah, I know that feeling. Well, hang in there. Get it when you can. I know very well how good sleep is for you and how important it is, but that is the one thing that I have consistently managed since as far back as I can remember, is destroying any kind of semblance of a sleep schedule. I have a talent for that. I'm really good at it. Oh, I have lemonade today, so if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to take a little sip. That's tasty-licious. Lance Stone, I'll take all your cold, Des. Certainly. Jesse Vanderhayden, it wasn't noisy. I could just see your hair blowing. Oh, no, that was me being really dramatic. Because I can do that. Just kidding. Aaron Manning, it's pretty chilly in Kentucky, 27-ish. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be hanging out outside. Apple iPhone, hey there, how are you today? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. It's been a pretty good day. I've been really busy and productive, but the productive days always feel really good, even if I am busy. At least for me. Is it like that for you guys? Oh, are you kidding me? Ken Taylor Jr. I'm another one from Florida. I got sunburned today. I'm actually, like, envious of your sunburn. Like, legit. Aaron Man. Oh, wait. Lee Nakasane. Okay, there's something strange in the neighborhood. Eric Kamishik. I won't recommend you come to Brazil, Destinee. Our gun laws suck. Nate Schultz says, I swear it's about negative 934,567 degrees in Minnesota right now. Man, that's pretty close to absolute zero. Lance Stone, finally can brag about my first gun. Pre-Beast CZ75 from 1992. Still have to wait for my gun license. Yay! Congratulations! Dmitry Volkov, does your method of carry change as it gets colder, Des? I carry full-size firearms most of the time, so when it gets colder in the winter, that actually makes it easier to carry what I was already carrying. So, I mean, I'll vary it up now and then depending on where I'm going to be and what feels comfortable that day and just kind of like what my mood is. But as far as the weather, though, that doesn't really change what the rotation that I already have in effect, I guess is what I'm saying. Nate Schultz, +1 if you like the new purple background. +1, +1, +1, +1, +1, +1, +1. Well, thank you. That was part of the whole Fate of Destiny 2.0 fun stuff. I colored my hair and have a new background, and I do the snapshots and have the new intro, so it's just a new Fate of Destiny. It's fun for me. Matthew James Stoddard, I wouldn't mind a snowy winter. Our winters are just cold, wet, and windy. Ew. All the gross of being freezing without any of the Christmas, like, prettiness. I like a little bit of snow during Christmas. Like, the week leading up to Christmas, and then around there, I'm fine. But that's it. Like, that's all I want. If only I could choose. And Dmitry Volkov, will there be an SBR in this Des 2.0? Oh, that'd be really awesome. I'd like to build one at one point. I want to do all the NFA paperwork stuff and have, you know, a suppressor, and SBR and fun jazz like that. But so far, not yet. Plinks for Fun 1982. I love the snapshots. It gives me something fun to watch every day. Yay! Chris Smith, we're about 10 inches of snow so far, above average for Indiana. Oh, if we just had like 6 inches of snow day before yesterday, and then I got up this morning and I walked the dog and I saw, oh, cool, that's already another inch. I feel bad for Aries though, because his little feet, they get cold walking around in the snow, but he really, really likes the snow. Even though he hasn't put it together that snow makes him cold. He, like, munches on it like it's ice cream for dogs or something. It cracks me up. Apple iPhone. How hot is it over there, Des? That's a good question. It warmed up a little bit. I think we're around like 15 degrees. I'll have to look at that. Because I try to stay inside as much as possible right now. I mean, unless I'm going to the range, in which case, well, I want to shoot. So then I'll put up with it. But gosh, that does not mean I like it. Todd Wygren, as far as I'm concerned, it can be 80 degrees on January 2nd every year. Yeah, I can't say I'd put up many complaints. I mean, I like the look of, the white Christmas thing with the trees and all that good stuff, but yeah, I wouldn't really miss it. Okay, I'm checking the temperature right now, so you can have a live forecast here, sort of. Oh, it is a whopping 9 degrees. That's fantastic. Yeah, single digits. Nate Schultz. Dest, Ammo has been pestering me to make sure and tell you Aries. He says, hi, Aries. Aries is actually, he's in the other room. He's lying down on a cushy couch, and he has a blanket around him because he shivers. Even when it's like reasonably warm, he just gets cold easy. Oh, Fahrenheit, by the way, sorry. Honestly, I don't know what the conversion is off the top of my head for Celsius. I just know it's quite a bit different. We used to have the formula, or I used to have it memorized like years ago when I was regularly doing conversions, in school, like high school and stuff. But I haven't really needed that, so yeah. Friedrich Bonenman, I loved the polka! Huh, thank you. Donald Roten. Des went to the doctor today. I freaked the doc, but his nurse loved it. I forgot to disarm as I was putting 3 guns on the counter. His nurse said, want to see mine? And she pulled out an HKP 2000. Yeah! Dirk Diggler. Love the new hair color. Aw, thank you. That's nice. Dmitry Volkov. I'd trade anybody weather. -41 in the wind out here, and I gotta start a night shift in an hour-ish. Ew. Gross. You actually make me feel a little bit better about my weather. I don't know if that's a good thing, but thank you. Try to stay warm out there. Dmitry Volkov. Bradley, the things we do for a paycheck. Lena Kosane. Okay, here we go. Mac is up and running. Eric Kmichik says, I really like the snapshots. Only could come from your creative mind. Oh, I don't know about that, but I'm glad that you guys like them. It has taken some adjustment, getting used to recording a video every day. Because what I sometimes do is I'll plan ahead and take maybe a couple of days and record some videos or parts of some videos and then gradually put those things together. But, sorry, I got distracted with being chilly. Oh, yeah, so what I do for the snapshots is I'm pretty much recording them on a daily basis. I might try and work ahead, like I work ahead with my bigger videos, the Thursday videos, but we'll see. And Ganubi Dest, 9 degrees and you're complaining? You need to consume more beer and brats. This is true, I do. That would make me feel better. Irish Mike, bought a Garand I was looking at. Definitely not a fake, like Dad of Destiny warned. Or like Dad of Destiny warned about. And it shoots sweet. 3-inch groups at 75 yards. First time out. Ooh. Color me jealous. Bradley, we haven't been above 0 for the last 5 days, I think. Mrr. Okay. And Ganubi, more. Bah, mobile. Yeah, I understood. Don't worry, I'm pretty good for getting typos. Lance Stone, I wish snow would stay in Prague. That's where you live? I've wanted to visit Prague, oh gosh, for like a decade or more. All the pictures I see are so gorgeous, the architecture is anyway. Is it really as pretty in person? I wonder that. Nate Schultz, +1 if you're liking the new snapshot videos Dest has been posting. Yay, +1s! There's like 5 of them. Hey! Well, cool, then I will keep doing them, seeing as how everybody's enjoying them so much. Wonderful. Okay. I swear to goodness, I'm like hearing something somewhere. It's bizarre, because, well, it's supposed to be quiet in here, but okay, anywho. William Prophet, single malt or blended, Eric? Oh, I missed the comment previous to that. There we go. Eric Kamichik says, Destinee, your weather is perfect for a scotch. I imagine it would be. What? That's because isn't any weather perfect for a scotch? Matthew Pelter, I've always wanted to visit Königsberg. One day, I'll go travel all around the world, especially Europe. There's a lot of places I want to see in Europe. And Lance Stone says, send me a mail when you do. I'll give you a tour, Des. Seriously, I swear on my pride of a gun geek. See, the one thing that I have, like, that makes me anxious, I guess is the word for it, about traveling is the fact that for large parts of traveling, I'd be, okay, unless I travel within the United States, in large part, I would be traveling without my concealed carry. And that just, I don't know, it makes me feel a little uncomfortable, I guess, is the best way to put it. Nate Schultz says, kind of a non-gun related question, but what kind of mic are you using for the live stream? This is just the stock mic in the Mac that I have. It just, well, works, I guess, for lack of a better reason. It just ends up being more convenient to be able to do the live stream just as everything is already set up in front of me, you know? But for my regular videos, I use a couple of different mics, but one of them's a Sennheiser, so I'm pretty fond of those. Hanganubi, beer and brats helps make the best layers for staying warm. I got about 200 pounds in layers. Yeah, you don't need, you know, you're well insulated. There you go. Matthew Pelter, that's my issue. I don't like being more than 5 hours from my house. Is that paranoid or agoraphobic? LOL. Nate Schultz, heart, Mac. I use Macs and PCs both, so I definitely am fond of Mac. It makes video production so much easier. It's really nice for that. But I've grown up with both. We've always had at least one Mac and at least one PC in the house, just because, I don't know, I guess my family is somewhat, I don't know, we've always just had them. Alright, Alessio Baldi. Think of me, Dest. I haven't seen a rifle since, for 3 weeks. And there are plenty of deer that are just asking me to shoot them down. Aww. Okay, I'm getting caught up on comments because there are more of you than me. Sometimes it's a little tricky to stay on top of. Nate Schultz, Dimitri, Macs are just sexy. Everything works. Period. Oh man, we have this Mac. I think we got it in like 1990 or something like that. And it never crashed. Ever. We didn't retire it until like, geez, 2007, I think. And that was just because, you know, it was so like old and outdated, it wouldn't run anything and didn't have hardly any memory and everything, so it was just not, no one used it. But it still totally functioned. It was just very, very, very outdated. They're definitely expensive. And I would say that you do end up paying somewhat for the branding. but they still work, you know? So I like both. I've got plenty of little, Mac products around, like my iPad with my supposedly military grade case on it. I don't really know how hardy this is, but I have dropped it a couple of times and it did survive that, so that's nice. Although it's supposed to be waterproof, that's not something I'm really interested in testing. But at least it's gotten snowed on and it didn't like die on me, which is nice. Alessio Baldi, LOL, +1 for the real-time grammar correction. Anytime! I knew what you were getting at. And I'm a grammar Nazi. I always have been. Actually, that's something that has driven my mom nuts for as long as I can remember, because I've always been a voracious reader, right? So I have an idea of how words are put together, just kind of, I wouldn't say innately, because it was learned after lots and lots of reading, or consuming volumes of written material. So from an early age, I started correcting my mom's grammar now and then, just because things like ending a sentence in a preposition or what have you, just little things like that, I just pick up on and be like, actually, this is the right way to do this, or whatever. Or I just say it. And oh man, it has driven her nuts like my whole life. And it's not that I look down on people who have poor grammar or something and I make mistakes, and sometimes it just makes sense to end a sentence like, oh, what are you looking for? Instead of saying, for what are you looking? Because it, sounds kind of weird that way, even though that's technically the right way to say it. But, Ugla Hell, what's your favorite read, Des? That's a tough question. As far as genre goes, I largely read fiction stuff. I love fantasy and thrillers, so I read a whole ton of Stephen King. Although lately I've been reading Robert Jordan, and I had a friend who said, "Oh, you like those stories? Well, I'm sure you'll love Robert Jordan." And I got started with the Wheel of Time series, and been very pleased with those. Those are fantastic. Unfortunately, with how much writing and reading I do for work, I don't often get the time, or I don't make the time, I guess, to pleasure read, but I am one of those people who, once I get started on a book, bye! See you later, Dest! I might be in the room, but I'm not really there. I'm in a completely different world. There have been times where, like when I was a kid and the Harry Potter books came out, my mother would just kind of and make sure that I had eaten breakfast, make sure I got to school on time, but otherwise, there was no use in trying to communicate with me, because every spare moment I had, I was reading. I had books taken away from me in school because I read too often. I'd take a book out to recess, and I had a teacher who drove me crazy because he was always finding, clever ways to take books from me. He'd say, oh, what are you reading? Can I see? Who's that by? Or whatever. And I'd be, unrealizing what he was doing, or not realizing what he was doing, I would just be so enthusiastic to share what I was, so excited about with him, and oh, here's the book, and he'd take it and be like, well, see you in 30 minutes, or however long recess was. Matthew James Stoddart, I tell grammar Nazis to get effed, LOL. Aw, even me? I try not to correct people's grammar unless, well, I'm an editor, so I get to do it for a living. That's my job, is to keep on top of that stuff. But I know that, random people, go figure, don't just like randomly being corrected all the time. So I try to be, cognizant of that and, not hurt anybody's feelings or any of that. Okay. Oh, Kelly P says, where are your daily videos posted? They're on youtube.com/FateofDestinee. Every day I pop a little video up. I try to keep them about a minute or so. They seem to vary between a minute and a minute 20, thereabouts. So it's a nice little bite-size video, so to speak. Okay, let me check on some more comments over here. Chris, hi FOD, tardy, but here. Welcome! Oh, is anybody new to the live stream, by the way? Let me know. Lena Kasane, I hate the current school system. They're socially engineering our young ones to be obedient sheep. Growl. I think my parents, the way they raised me was to, respect my elders and respect people, I guess, in authority, but to also think for myself and to make my own decisions. I guess respecting other people is just something that I do in general. That was just how I was raised. It was part of what my parents considered to be just plain good manners. So I may listen to what somebody has to say and then disagree and choose choose whether to respond with that disagreement or not respond at all. But even if I don't like someone or I disagree with them or whatever, I always try to be respectful, just because that's now a value, a personal value, not just something with which my parents raised me. Darren Sizemore, I'm sort of new. Work hasn't let me watch since the very first one. Oh man, we're on 29 now, which, by the way, bonkers. Loving it. Lance Stone, welcome, noobs. Everybody say hi to Darren Sizemore, because he's new-ish. It counts. Jason S. Hey Des, how does winter weather make you carry, or make you change, if at all, how you carry? Actually, we totally just talked about that. I don't know, like 15 minutes ago. Because I normally carry full-size firearms, it's not really a factor when the weather changes, because I'm already carrying the bigger guns, But it does make it easier. Most definitely, it makes it easier, because then I don't have to worry about, well, is the cami sitting just right, or, do I need to tug this shirt down over here, or whatever. Oh man, lemonade is delicious. It's one of my favorite things to drink. Hi everyone, yeah! Okay. I went to read a comment and it dropped like 5 down. Jason S. Oops, my bad. I'm a little late. I tend to carry more OWB than IWB when winter rolls around. Oh, I haven't really done a whole lot of experimenting with OWB just because it's difficult to conceal. Being a chick, wearing, like, regular girl clothes, I guess. They're just, not super flattering for concealed carry. I don't know. They don't work out so hot. But because like my shirts and stuff are a little bit more form-fitting, and I have like longer shirts, which helps so that I don't print so much. But I do have to pay attention to what I'm going to wear before I wear it. But, most girls, we're spending time thinking about what we're going to wear for the day anyway. So it's not like I spend extra time, but it's, it's a factor. Eric Kmichik, Destinee, do you like to read Frederick Forsyth and Tom Clancy? I've read Tom Clancy, and I like him. But I haven't read Frederick Forsyth. Jose Sosa, hey Des, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. How about yourself? Donald Roughton, Des, did you ever have trouble with people your own age? I always did better with adults when I was 8. Yeah, actually, I've always been very introverted. So for one thing, I've always just enjoyed the pleasure of my own company, in the sense that, like, I don't feel lonely when I'm alone. You know what I mean? I like sometimes just having my space and having, I guess, part of it is maybe just being too independent and not sharing well. I don't know. But I like having my space, my things, and doing what I feel like doing and not making it a big deal of trying to worry about what other people think or trying to fit into a group or what have you. I mean, everybody wants to have some place to belong, and I'm no different in that aspect, but I often, in elementary school and in middle school and in high school, it's not that I fought with people, because I really am too laid back and, I guess, respectful to really fight with others, but I did have a hard time understanding some people, where they were coming from. But I like to think I do better now as an adult, because I'm better at, or I'm more perceptive, I think is one of the words. So I can empathetic, that's the one I'm looking for. I'm more empathetic, and it's easier for me to be able to relate to other people now. And I think part of that was just being introverted and living in my own little shell. It was hard to crawl out of it to see the world from other people's eyes. Steve Wallace, is it possible to even conceal carry a Glock 26 without printing whilst wearing tight jeans and a thin top? Yes. Yes, it is possible. It is most definitely possible. There are two huge factors with making conceal carry friendly for females. One, you have to have a great holster. It has to have like the right retention, and it has to be comfortable, and it has to sit right in the pants. And the second thing is the ankle. I found that I have a couple of different IWB holsters that I switch back and forth from, or between, depending on what I want to carry. And I found that I could have a fantastic holster that works great, but if the angle doesn't fit it into, the girls have the small of their back like that, right? It curves. Well, if the gun just sits straight up and down, and I have the curve of my back, prints pretty noticeably. But if I have a holster that allows the gun to tilt a little bit into the natural curves that my body has, I find it is way, way easier to be able to conceal something. Because it's like that shape already has places that are ready to help obscure the outline of a firearm. It's just a matter of finding a holster that works with it, too. You'd be surprised. Alright, let me read some more comments over here. Nate Schultz says, +1 if you want to see a video on how to lessen printing while carrying from Destinee. Dmitry Volkov says, Nate, just stop wearing tank tops and short shorts. Please. We're begging you. I guess that's something also I don't really wear short shorts, which really helps with the conceal carry front, because a lot of those like really tiny shorts, it's harder to conceal. I have seen some girls who who do things a certain way that they manage to pull it off, but I'm not one of them. I don't really do that. But I found with jeans, I wear the skinny jeans that are, the popular thing for chicks to wear, and I like them, so I'm gonna wear them if I want. And that definitely, it would inhibit ankle carry, which is part of why I don't generally use that as a carry method personally, because, well, it's tight around the ankle. But as long as I, watch what kind of tops I'm wearing and the holster position that I mentioned before, I can wear like the regular t-shirts and my skinny jeans. Layers helps too, which I worked retail for, I don't know, was it like 4 years? Something like that. And so I was big on that anyway. Dirk Diggler, flashbang holster might work. Yes and no. You have to have the right parts. I don't. Flashbang ends up looking like I have an abnormal growth in the center of my chest, like aliens about to bust out, and there will be like crying and screaming and fear. It would be bad. Nobody wants to see that. So I can't, that holster situation doesn't work for me, but if you have enough coverage. I'm really struggling to be politically correct with this one and not be crude. But if you have the right coverage, we'll just say it can totally be, or it could be a viable option. It just doesn't work for everybody. The same thing I've noticed with like rib carry or shoulder carry. So any holster I've tried, which I've tried a handful, maybe 5 or 6 different kinds, where they position the gun like on the side or like just like under the armpit or around the armpit area, it's really difficult for me to make work. I haven't been able to make it work successfully. That's some women have the body type that it seems to not be as much of a problem, but I've not been able to pull it off up to this point. Oh, looks like Dimitri is headed off to work. Bye, Dimitri. All right, let me read some more over here. Okay. Nate Schultz. I always wear short shorts. Negative 21 degrees? Don't care. Short shorts. Like a boss. Tom Gordon, who is looking for Prince when you're in short shorts, LOL? That's a good point. They might not even register, but I'm not so bold. Although, I do carry when I'm wearing skirts, because I do like when the weather is warm enough that I don't feel like my skin is gonna like fall off, freeze off, and die. I do like to wear skirts and dresses and stuff. I mean, that's fun part of being a girl. I like dressing up, just like any girl. But that doesn't mean that I don't also want to carry. So I have a couple of different holster options for being able to carry while I'm wearing a skirt or a dress, which is kind of fun. Oh, let me get caught up over here. Matthew James Stoddard. PC is overrated. Rude and crude is more fun, LOL. Well, that may be, but sometimes I have, families who watch the live stream or watch my YouTube videos, and I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable and drive them away because I swore or I talked about something lewd or something, So I don't mind if other people have, cuss when they speak or what have you. And honestly, my sense of humor is pretty wide-ranging, so I get a kick out of a lot of stuff, but I totally lost what I was going to say. Oh, I remember what I was saying now. Sorry. I do like to try to keep things family-friendly, because it's important to me that if my family members wanted to tune into what I'm producing on YouTube or in a live stream video, I want them to be able to watch and enjoy it too, And I do really like the messages that I get from families saying that, oh, I watched this with my daughter and now she wants to learn how to shoot or whatever, and I love that. Colleen Barnett, Apple, I carry in a skirt nearly every day. I rarely wear pants anymore. They are comfortable, but up here, whew, I suppose, well, something I used to do in high school that I don't really do a whole lot anymore is I would wear a skirt in the winter and wear jeans under it. Like, the skinny jeans or whatever. I don't know why I kind of stopped doing that. It's fun. It's a warm way to be able to wear a skirt in the winter. Bradley, is anyone here going to give the gifts of a firearm this year? If you're giving firearms, can I be on your Christmas list? I'm on Santa's good list, I'm pretty sure. Lena Kasane, there is a clear difference between being polite and being PC. I'll always take politeness over being PC any day of the week. Well, I try to be a little bit of both. I mean, the biggest thing for me is keeping it family friendly, like I was saying before. Nate Schultz, Destinee sets trends. Oh man, you should have seen me in high school. I wore some interesting things. Like, I've always been one of those creative kinds of people, so I always like doing like different things. Like, even though it was against my school's rule to wear hats, I was always trying to get away with wearing hats in school. And I had to have some teachers where if I wore a particularly cool hat where they just got such a kick out of it, they'd let me wear it. And then I'd take it off in the halls so I wouldn't have like the hall monitor yell at me and put it back on in the next class or whatever. Carrying Cowgirl, what ankle or thigh holster do you use? Um, there are a couple, but one that I'd recommend is, fudge. What's it called? Oh no! I can't think of what it's called. I can think of what it looks like. You know what? I'll get back to you on that. Let me jog my memory, because, well, as you may have guessed, I haven't worn it in a while, seeing as how it's, kind of cold out. I'll think of it, though. Gosh! Remora! There we go! I got it! I wear a Remora holster a lot of times if I'm carrying, ankle or thigh. It seems to be surprisingly comfortable, and it stays where it belongs, which is very important to me. I mean, Jeff Pierpont, break up the yearbooks. We want to see pictures. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know many people who were all really proud of what they looked like in high school. I don't know. I've always been dork, though, so it's not like you'll be really surprised, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where my yearbooks are, honestly. I don't even know why I bought them, because I don't, go and look back through them. Unless Yobaldi. +1 for Destinee's high school yearbooks. Nah. Oh, you'll see when I had braces. Nope. Now it's definitely not happening. Apple iPhone. Oh, that sounds interesting. I wouldn't have thought about that. Never struck me that girls carry with skirts. Oh, one option that I like instead of thigh carry or ankle carry, depending on, what, if I'm wearing a skirt or dress or what have you, is, stomach carry. It's a little tricky, like I was mentioning before, with, the flashbang problem. Only certain kinds of tops can I get away with this. But the belly band, basically, holster works pretty solid. The holster I wear when I exercise, it's a pistol wear. I think it's the PT2, I think is the name of the holster. That is basically a belly band, and it's very comfortable. And which is really important to me when I'm running, because I do a lot of sweating and a whole lot of moving around. And if you have an uncomfortable holster, after about 5 miles, you're getting ready to start bleeding, and it's bad. Colleen Barnett, now Destinee, braces are cool. When I had braces, I was pretty thrilled about them. But I'm very grateful that they are off now. And then, it wasn't... I suppose I'm my harshest critic, and I look back and see pictures of myself, I'm like, I don't know. There do not exist pictures of me when I was, in middle school or around 13. None. Because I got rid of them, because I was not so much a fan. Nate Schultz, +1 if Destinee needs to post her high school pic on Facebook. And Friedrich Bonneman, what? Braces and no glasses? Nope. I have glasses that I use for reading sometimes, but I don't really need them, so I don't usually wear them. Plus, it's really, it would really get in the way with, shooting. Well, it's not that I would get in the way per se. I could learn to deal with it, but it's nice to not have to, Especially transitioning for something that, maybe has a scope to iron sights or what have you. Lance Stone, Des, I am a critic of all pics I am in, with a single result. Gee, I look horrible. Oh my gosh. We've got a lot of +1s. No. I'll see if I can dig up something that's not particularly heinous. I don't know. I don't really keep a whole lot of pictures of myself handy. So, well, I don't know. My mom might have something silly. Lena Casanet, reading glasses? I never would have guessed. Yeah, those are the glasses that my Professor Des character wears. They're my reading glasses. Irish Mike, you run with a gun? Damn, girl! Or damn it, girl! Well, I like having it on me, and Pistolware sent me this holster to try out, and so I thought, well, it's an active wear holster. I mean, can't really say I've tried it out if I haven't worn it while being active, and running is my sport, so... Well, not that I don't get the impression that I'm some kind of racer or something. I'm not, like, fast, or I don't win things or anything. Jose Sosa. Bye, Des. Got to go. Fairly well. Matthew James Stoddard. I prefer contacts over glasses. Oh, I know a lot of people. Pretty much anyone I know who has to wear prescription lenses, I've found generally prefers the contacts, but because I've never had a requirement where, you know, my optometrist said, yes, you must wear these, or whatever, I guess I can just enjoy how they look and enjoy the bonus that they give me whenever I am using them for reading or whatever, but yeah. Bradley. Only time glasses have been a problem to me while hunting was while goose hunting. I exhaled right before I was about to shoot and couldn't see a thing, lol. Yeah. I have seen that a couple of times that I've worn my glasses just like the whole day. Like, nope. Nate Schultz. Dest, have you seen the new Hunger Games movie? It is pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. I've read the books, and I saw the first movie, but I haven't seen the second one yet. Kelly P. I'm brand spanking new to shooting. Thank you for all your info. Aw, my pleasure. That honestly is like half the reason I make YouTube videos, is so that I can share and encourage other people to get into the sport and share my journey as a newer shooter. I mean, I've been shooting regularly for the past few years, but there's some people out there who have been shooting for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, or they're, you know, professional competition shooters or what have you. So compared to many people, I am quite on the newbie side of things. So that, I always keep that in mind. I never try to come across as though I'm some sort of expert, because I know I know experts. I've met them, I've seen them shoot, and I know I'm not there. I may, you know, I'm a lot better than where I was when I first started shooting, thankfully, but I think it helps keep me humble to you know, keep that perspective in my head. Jason S. Catching Fire held to the book about as good as a book to movie adaptation I've ever seen. I don't know, I was pretty pleased with the first movie, so one of the things that I guess because I'm a cinephile as well as a bibliophile, what I like to do is, even when I'm watching a movie where I've already read the book, or I am now reading the book after having seen the movie, I try to think of them as two separate works. Or, as the case usually is, think of the movie as having been inspired by the book. And that allows me to still enjoy the movie as a movie without being like, excuse me, that was incorrect. They didn't actually, his eyes were brown, not blue. You know, like in Lord of the Rings, Frodo, brown eyes is how they describe him. Brown... Well, actually, no. Yeah, brown. Sorry. But I don't freak out when I see Elijah Wood on the screen with those, like, gorgeous crystal blue eyes, because they're very, they really capture one's attention. And that's the whole point. That was why he was cast. I mean, if you listen to the director's conversation about that. But anyway, I'm, like, way far off in a different discussion world. Nate Schultz, for someone who does not read, what one book would you recommend for me to read? Ooh. That is difficult. Let's see. The first Stephen King novel I started off with, I think, is a great place to start. So the Tommyknockers. But where I recommended for my brother to start, and he's not a reader. He's smart. He's a very intelligent guy, but, or at least I think he is. He probably is more humble than that. I don't know that he'd ever admit it to you himself. Anyway, he started with Firestarter, and he said that was he liked that book even though he's not really big into reading. So that might be a good start. I don't know. Gosh, that's so hard. Just pick one? Really? One? Come on, man. Okay, Aaron Manning. Thank you, Des. People who nitpick book/movie adaptations get on my nerves. See, here is where there's a caveat. If you watch a movie from me and you ever ask about, like, well, how was that compared to the book? Get ready, you're gonna have an onslaught. But unless I really, really disliked the movie for some reason, which is probably doubtful because I usually read reviews before I go out and see a new movie, so I have an idea of what to expect before I go and see it. Because going to the theater is expensive, man. I don't want to go to the theater and spend like, 30 to 50 bucks if I, on a movie that I might not like. So I do research that, and I don't know, I'm a nerd all the time. I can't help myself. Okay. Mark Parton, I'm wanting to get into the AR world. Should I buy or build my first AR? Ooh, I'd like to turn that to the group. What do you guys think? My first AR, I kinda built it. My first AR I call Bruce, and it is a custom LMT lower. Well, it's an LMT lower with a Daniel Defense, the DDM4 V7 upper with a pencil profile barrel. And I say I kind of built it because, yeah, I snapped the lower onto the upper, but I didn't start from like a stripped lower or a stripped upper. If you are looking to... Let me rewind for a second. The reason why I did it that way was because I wanted to start and pick... I wanted to compose the AR that was going to suit my needs. As a female shooter with little T-Rex arms, I wanted something lightweight, that I was going to be able to maneuver pretty easily, that wasn't going to be too large as far as the reach goes, or length of pull. Sorry, I couldn't think the phrase for it. But at the same time, I've never built a gun before, so I had no idea. Gosh, there's so much that I learned from... Nate Schultz has a wonderful article series on thearmsguide.com on building a lower receiver, and he's also started writing posts on building an upper receiver. And as I've read through his posts to edit them and then publish them, I've learned a ton. Seriously, like a ton. Which is one of the things I love about my job as an editor at The Arms Guide, is I get to learn all this information from all the other contributors in addition to do what I'm passionate about, which is writing and talking about firearms. So, double win. But, yeah, I guess building the AR in the way that I built it was a good kind of halfway point, because by putting those things together, I was able to have like a somewhat customized rifle. But then now that I've had the experience of doing that and shooting it, I have a much better idea of what I want to do for my next build, which I do want to start like from the ground up, stripped lower, stripped upper, all that good stuff. And now that I have Nate's article series, theoretically, I have the steps, the instructions I need to be able to accomplish that. George Kelly, Destinee, are you a certified NRA firearms instructor? Not yet. It's definitely one of my personal goals, and the firearms instructors with whom I've worked and under whom I have trained, a number of them have said that I have the capacity, that I'm already at that level. It would just be a matter of taking the class and getting the certification. But that stuff's expensive, so I just kind of haven't made it a priority. One day I do want to do that, though, definitely, for sure, because I love teaching. It's wonderful, and to be able to share my passion for the shooting sports and teaching with somebody else, the idea is just magnificent. I'd love to be able to contribute to the sport like that. But right now I haven't made it a priority in my budget. Steve Wallace, have you ever shot a .25 ACP caliber pistol, Des? What do you think of it? Underrated? I have not had the opportunity to do that. I would really love to, simply because a lot of the little pocket rockets, if you will, from back in the day, like 50, 100 years ago, there were some wonderful, beautiful little derringers of like 22 and 25 and 32, and I I like the idea of the calibers, not so much for their effectiveness with concealed carry, but from my standpoint as a collector. I'm a history buff. I always have been. I really geek out over that kind of stuff. And some of those guns are real pretty, you know? So I would love to be able to add a few to my collection, but I haven't yet. One day. You know, those are kind of further back on the list than some, but one day when I'm like rich and famous and wealthy and I win the lottery and I'm a doctor and whatever else, then I'll totally have like this banging gun collection. I'll have all sorts of fun little things, but until then I just have like a do-want list a mile long. But you know, who doesn't, right? Double J, do it now, Des, before life gets in the way. But guns are my life, right now anyway. I mean, that's my job. So, that, and I do the YouTube thing like 40, 50 hours a week, so it's a whole lot of my life. I don't see it getting old anytime soon, which is wonderful, because there are plenty of people who, they start up YouTube channels and they don't get what they're looking for from it, and they get burnt out, but I'm not there. Not yet, anyway. TDC Man 1. I have a Colt in 25 ACP. Yeah, I've seen some really, really gorgeous little Colts chambered for 25 ACP, which is like possibly 75% of the reason why I want one is those. But like I said, one day. Bradley, I have a 2-shot over-under Derringer in 22, strictly to sit on the shelves next to the old hardcover Louis L'Amour novel. Ah, a collector. Donald Roten, Des, I need a lefty AR. Any ideas? And about staying humble. Been shooting since 1983 and still learning, 'cause no two guns shoot alike. That's true. I have definitely seen that. Even two of the same gun, or the same model gun, may not shoot the same. Similarly, one would hope, but not precisely the same sometimes. For the lefty AR. I largely shoot ARs, rifles and ARs specifically. I shoot left-handed. It's just my preference. It's more comfortable, it's quicker, it's easier, blah, blah, blah. I'm left-eye dominant. I don't have a problem with the mag release because I've adopted the habit of, I hold the rifle, right? And then I drop the mag here and grab it with my hand at the same time, which seems to work out pretty well for me. The safety selector, I can adjust to flipping my thumb around the grip to select the safety. I prefer having an ambi safety. Ambi's nicer, or it's more convenient rather. But the biggest thing that I struggle with as a left-handed AR shooter is the charging handle. BCM, I think, has a couple of charging handles that are solid. I think there's one other one that I liked. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But yeah, try and find an ambi charging handle, because that will make your shooting so much easier, left-handed shooting. But yeah, ambi safety is also nice, helps. Ambi mag release, honestly, I haven't even tried one, so, Jodine, Andy safety, who's he? Ambidextrous safety. Nate Schultz, Des, which ambi safety selector do you like? I like the Battle Arms Development safety selectors. I have, I think, the 45 ambi on there right now, and that seems to work lovely. Jodine, Andy charging handle, he has a weird last name. Sassy. Nate Schultz, and ... do you like the Raptor ambi charging handle? Yes, I do. That is one of the ones that I have my eye on. I just kind of haven't gotten around to... I've tried a bunch. Well, I would say a bunch. I've tried like 4, which I guess can be a bunch if you want. Sure. That I definitely need one. One of these days, I'll get around to it. I don't know. Bradley, Des, you mentioned an SBR earlier. Which platform were you thinking, AR or AK? I was thinking AR, but honestly, SBR, a short-barreled AK would be mad fun. You know what? Actually, I had talked with my dad about, I've got this POS AK. I bought it because I wanted to put a bumski on it because Fostech sent me a bumski, and then none of the AKs we had at home had a stock that would work with the bumski. So I just bought the only one that was for sale at the time because I'm impatient, and they sent it to me and I wanted to be able to review it and everything. So I was I'm kind of kicking myself for it. I mean, anyway, it's an IO. It works. It's just unremarkable. And the front sight is canted, which is whatever. But because it's kind of a beater AK, it's my dirt shooting AK, I don't really care about it. I don't mind modding it or chopping it up or whatever. So I think if I were to do some sort of like crazy fun gunsmithing customization project on an AK, it would be with that one, and I don't know, do a bunch of things to it, like Cerakote it, and I don't know, get some crazy furniture for it, and make it all tactical or whatever, just because I haven't really done that with anything. Might be fun. Donald Roten, anyone make a lefty AR? My brass tastes funny. What flavor barbecue sauce for the brass am I eating? Or I'm eating. That's funny. I haven't shot an AR with a left ejecting bolt before. I know there are some out there, but I've not tried any. So maybe somebody in the comments has some more input on that. A couple of people are saying stag arms, so that might be something to look at. Alex Van Fossen, sights, spray and pray. Yeah, with my dirt shooting AK, that's basically what it's good for. But that's why it's got the bumski on it. I'm not really working for accuracy when I'm using the bumski. I'm just trying to make sure I keep it in the berm and blow through a whole bunch of 7.62 by 39 and have fun, which it does a really great job of burning through 7.62 by 39 and causing me to have a lot of fun at the range. Dang it. Okay, give me a sec. Oh, Bradley says Rock River makes a true lefty. Oh, that is delicious. We are 1 hour into our live stream, which means it would be an excellent time to do the Fate of Destiny Blitz. Yeah, Blitz. For those of you who haven't done the Blitz, or maybe you don't remember because you've only done it once or whatever, what I like to do is ask you guys to come with me to somebody's video on YouTube. I usually pick a channel that it's either smaller than my channel, or maybe I'm just friends with them, or maybe there's somebody who's helped me out and has supported my YouTube channel. So, oh yeah, so we pick this, so I pick the user, and then I pick a specific video, and we head over to the video and leave a comment. It can be as simple as FateofDestinee or Fate of Destiny Blitz or whatever. Or get creative, silly, have fun with it, quote music, lyrics, whatever you feel like. But, you know, something to the effect that you're stopping by and you're blitzing them. Because it's fun and it shows other channels support. And I like to be able to do that. Like, as a group, I think it's just a wonderful thing. It's like the Helping Hands project, only on a smaller scale with every live stream. Anywho, the user that I have chosen for this time, or for this episode of, or for this Blitz, rather, is Kirsten Joy Weiss. She is, among other things, a competition shooter for rimfire. She shoots for LaRue, I believe, and she's just awesome. She's a great shot, really nice lady, and I have enjoyed any time I've spoken with her, and I'd like to visit her channel, and specifically, she just released a video today, Snow White's Revenge, shooting fun. Oh, yeah, she does trick shots. Really fun, crazy trick shots. So if we can all stop over to Snow White's Revenge, shooting fun, Kirsten Joy Weiss, on the YouTube channel, Kirsten Joy Weiss, leave a comment. I will go ahead and read all of the comments that you guys respond. So as, crazy or goofy you make them, that's what I'll be reading. Probably with a crazy, goofy voice, because that seems appropriate. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and copy the YouTube username and jazz. There you go. So we can find that video. Alright. Go, go, go! And I will bring up the video right now. Alright. Comment, guys. Let's go. I know the Google Plus switch or integration has made things a little bit more special, but oh my gosh, please load this page. Come on. We can do this. It's a good thing I'm such a patient person. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I don't know if that's one of ours. Are you there, guys? Are you there, God? It's me. Alright, I'm refreshing my window one more time to see some comments over here. Comment, comment, comment. Let's do some comments. Let's go blitzing. Blitzing sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. There we go. Joseph L. Dean. Crazy or goofy, she's reading this blitz. Yes, the blitz has begun. It's official. Did everybody find the video, by the way? Blinks for Fun 1982. Margaret was the next word, Des, but it's not, I'm not Margaret. Did, everybody grow up reading that book, I wonder? Okay, let me try refreshing one more again. Yay! Guns for good. Jingle bells, Batman smells. Destinee said to blitz. FOD blitz! Yay! Now, theoretically, this is supposed to automatically update, but it takes 5 minutes and then it updates, which isn't really a problem when I'm, when I'm commenting on somebody's video, but it's kind of a problem when I'm supposed to be reading your comments. Viking Night 2012. FOD Blitz, prepare thyself. It was very dramatic. I hope she's prepared. Jodine, I am not a girl, so no, I did not read that book. Okay. I'm refreshing again. Hopefully some comments have started updating. No comments. This is gonna be the most unloved video. Sad face. Hey, there we go. Tampa Bay Blaster. FOD Blitz from Des and Army. One of these days I'll get around to making patches for us. Hey, there we go. Alessio B. In the YouTube, the mighty YouTube, FOD Blitz tonight. A wimma wet, a wimma wet, a wimma wet, a wimma. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Toxic Waste. FOD sent us. Subbed and blitzed. Awesome. Mark Parton. What day is it? What day is it? It's Live Stream Talk Tuesday with Destinee, and it is time for the Blitz. Waffen40. We are here to say hello and blitz you too. Eric K. Prepare to be invaded by the FOD T-Rex army. FOD Blitz! Lance D. Stone. Oh gosh, I can't read this. Come on, man. Come on. Alright, are you ready for me to embarrass myself? Which I'm pretty sure is what your goal was with this. Rastsvetali. Oh shoot. Seriously? I can't read this. Labloni I Grushi. Oh god, I can't really. I hope you're laughing. I hope you're smiling at this horrible butchery of language. Because I feel bad, because I know I'm pronouncing this, like, in a horrible, horrible way. Tumani nad rekoj? What on earth? What? What am I saying? I hope you didn't just, like, make me swear in Czech or something. You have just been FOD blitzed. Although, you know, I just thought about it. If I was swearing in Czech, I mispronounced it so poorly, it can't really count as swearing, right? Oh, I hope you're enjoying my embarrassment at your sake. Seriously. NSZ85, Ermagerd! FOD Blitz! I feel like I'm blushing right now because I feel that bad having no idea what I was saying. At least you could have given me phonetics, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. I'm refreshing my page, so hopefully I can have some new and less embarrassing Blitz comments. Oh, and there are! Wonderful! Spaceman Brown. T-Rex Army Soldier reporting for Blitz duty. Long live Lady Destinee. I'm so fancy. Tony Silvera. Hey, you've been blitzed. 40 cal cheaper. Rawr. FOD Blitz T-Rex Army style. Fringe Sniper. If ever any beauty I did see, which I desired and got, 'twas but a dream of thee. FOD Blitz. Beautiful. Very poetic. It sounded like a little bit of Shakespeare, but I could be mistaken. Alright. Read that one, read that one, read that one. The Acroman. Release the Blitzen! And Jeff Pierpont. Just stop by to say hi and that you've been blitzed. Destinee told me to do this and I had no choice. She scares me. I am a pretty terrifying personage. I mean, you see these guns? I don't even need a firearm. Okay, now make a muscle, right? Darren Sizemore. Blitzing the vid from FOD. Ken Taylor. Fate of Destiny. Blitz for the apple pits. Hey, I see what you did there. It's the apple. Matthew Stoddard. FOD sent me. CBF thinking of anything creative. Brain fart. LOL. FOD Blitz. Hey, it's the thought that counts. It's cool. If I were doing this with you guys, I'd probably be like, words. People say words. Blitz? Or something sad. So don't feel embarrassed. Jeremy Humphreys. Whoa, the FOD gun show. Yeah. Yeah. T-Rex arms. That's what's up. Right there. Lance Stone, laughing my arse off. Good. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you got your humor at my expense. No, seriously though, I don't mind making an arse of myself if somebody else gets a kick out of it. It doesn't hurt me any. Jeremy Humphreys, FOD Blitzky. Ermagerd. Apple iPhone. Night, y'all. I've got to go to bed. Good night. Oh, man. Dudes, there's only like 15 more minutes in the chat. How redonk is that? What just happened? Where did all my time go? George Kelly, have you seen the latest Hunger Games? Oh, that's funny. Nate asked that question, what was that, like 20 minutes ago? Or 40 minutes ago? It was a while ago. I don't know. Short answer is no. I haven't seen it. I haven't yet seen it. I'd like to. Read the books already, but haven't seen it. Eric Kamichik. Yes, Aaron, we never get tired of T-Rex arms. Jeremy Humphreys. FOD T-Rex patch? Yes, please. I'll get around to it. I promise. I will. Bradley. 2-hour chat? I gotta get on the treadmill sometime. Okay. Darren Sizemore. Good thing you have your CCP, or you could go to jail for having that jacket on. Oh! Ba-dum-ps. You see, because my name is actually Destinee, like that's my name, I think I developed a really corny sense of humor as like a self-defense mechanism, because, I mean, who can walk around with the name Destinee without inviting like a million puns? Everybody I've ever met, pretty much, has had some sort of pun for me. Like, you know, I think one of the ones that cracked me up the most, because it was just like so goofy, was my orthodontist. Every time I'd come in, either to get new wires or to get my wires tightened or whatever, or when I had the rubber bands, which, yeah, that was really attractive. I had like triangles. It was super hot. It was awesome. Yeah. Anytime I would go in, he'd say, "You are my density!" from Back to the Future. Which, I don't know, it's good. Like I said, it's a good thing I've got a corny sense of humor. But there's always the, like, well, maybe we should go out tonight. You never know, could be your destiny. Oink! Which just makes me laugh. Irish Mike. Bed? SOA season finale is on tonight. Jodine. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. It's not as long as it was. I cut, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches off of it. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Alright. Reading some more comments over here. I got lost. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. That was the one I was looking for. Steve L. Do you have any experience with the SIG P938? Yes. Yes, I do. I don't own one, but I have shot a couple, well, like maybe 4 of them I've shot. Well, the dimensions obviously are pretty darn near the P238, so you can, you know, it's very familiar as far as the way it sits in your hand and the grip and all that jazz. They had to make it a little bit longer to be able to accommodate the larger round, but because they don't change the size in any other way, it's kind of snappy. I wouldn't say that it's uncontrollable. I didn't have a problem generally keeping rounds within, I'd say, I don't know, a fist-sized group at, you know, from self-defense distances, so. Yeah, I guess I like the concealability of them, but I do prefer, or I don't prefer rather, that how snappy it is. So it's not something that's like really high up on my do want gun list. Like the XDS 9mm, I found it's a little bit bigger, but the muzzle flip is a lot more subdued than it is with the P938. But I gotta say this for those SIG P938s, beautiful, beautiful little pistols, just like the 238s. Lance Stone, I have longer hair. Stand proud. Yeah! It used to be a competition between my little sister and I of who had the longer hair, because, see, when I was in middle school, I had really short hair. Middle school or elementary school? I don't remember. I was like, in that tween age kind of time. I had really short hair, and then my sister had really, really long hair, so then I had to try and grow my hair out, which took forever, and then she cut hers kind of short, and then it was like, yeah, that's right, I got the longest hair in the whole family. Whew! which, obviously means nothing, but you know how siblings are. We gotta poke and tease. I don't know who has the longer hair at this point, though, honestly. Since I cut mine, it might be hers. I don't know. Oh, Bradley, I'm hoping that Glock now in Georgia will be able to produce their small 380 here in the US since they can't import it. That'd be pretty cool. I have seen the 380 Glocks, not in person, but on the internet through research, and I don't know, I think it would, they've got every other caliber, why not, be able to sell them over here. That'd be pretty cool, but okay. Eric Kamichik says, Bradley, it's the only Glock allowed here in Brazil is the 25, which is in 380. Charger 8924. Great Scott! I haven't seen those movies in forever. I should really watch those again. I remember I used to really get a huge kick out of those. Ah. Delicious. Okay. Charger 8924. +1 if you want FOD's sister to join us. LOL. Oh, she'd probably get a huge kick out of hearing that. Let's see, one live stream. The live stream that you guys started the whole +1s on me, and you were just, because you wanted bloopers, that's what it was. You were +1 for bloopers. And so then she was sitting in the other room. She wrote +1. And she's like, I love you, +1. And I showed it on the live stream, and I told her, she saw me show it on the live stream, and she was like, I can't believe you showed that on the live stream! That was hilarious! She's pretty sweet. Oh my gosh, there are a bunch of +1s. I will let her know if that's how you feel about that. I don't know if it's gonna change anything, but I'll let her know. Alessio Baldi, SOD, kick in now! Oh my land. Jeremy Humphreys. Spoonerism. Do they still make a single stack Glock in 9mm? That is not something I have previously encountered. That'd be pretty rad. Oh my goodness, you +1s. You guys. You guys. I will tell her. OMG. All of your +1s. Really. Lansstone +11111111111. LOL, guys. You guys. Alright, she's not gonna, come and jump in here right at the moment. I mean, I will talk to her about whether or not maybe she'll join for a future one. I don't know. But I will mention it. No promises, no guarantees. Donald Roten. Des, ever shoot an HKP-30? Lots of grip options. No, I have not. I think the only HKs I've shot is I shot a USP, which I found the grip was huge. Pistol works great, which, I mean, I'm probably preaching to the choir. I don't know many people who don't like H&Ks. But, it doesn't suit me so well. Although, I've seen the compacts. I haven't gotten to shoot the compacts, though. So, Lansstone, I swear, I feel like I'm the only one of my age who loves kids and wants kids. Oh, I definitely want kids, but not now. Right this point in my life, I'm not even dating anybody. I don't the idea of having all the family responsibilities that come along with that is not something that I want in my life right now, but I want to have a big family. Family is my absolute #1 priority. That's what's most important to me. I'm nothing without my family. They are the reason that I am the person that I am today. And I enjoy my relationship with them so much. I'd love to be able to to be able to keep on that, I guess, family tradition of having that wonderful close relationship that I enjoy with all of my family members. So I definitely want to take care of having a whole pile of kids one day eventually. But Matthew James Stoddard, why would you want a Glock with a single stack mag? Just curious. I know bugger all about Glocks. I know the New Zealand Armed Defenders Squad uses them. Single stack just in general is easier for me to be able to conceal. That's the biggest win right there. If I'm concealed carrying, double stack is possible. I mean, I carry a Beretta M9 sometimes, but single stack is just easier. It's more convenient and it's more comfortable. So if Glock were to start making one, that would be pretty interesting. Alessio Baldi, speaking of your sibling, how's your brother doing, Dest? Will he be able to spend Christmas with you? I'd really like that he is currently deployed, so, you know, what you gonna do? But he is doing well. Busier than heck, so I haven't heard a whole lot from him lately, but, you know, he'll drop me a message now and then just to, you know, let me know that he's not, like, quietly mummifying out somewhere, which I really appreciate, because as much faith as I have in him and as much pride I have in him, I'm a big sister. Worrying about my brother is never gonna just go away. I mean, I know he can hold his own and everything, and he could mop the floor with me. Like, anytime we've sparred, oh my gosh, he's a machine. It's incredible. Unless you're the one sparring him, in which case it totally sucks. But, so I know he can take care of himself and everything, and he trains, and he's an excellent soldier. He's gotten a lot of commendations and a lot of recognition for what he does, but I'll always worry, at least a part of me, you know. So I just try not to think about it too much, and when I hear from him, it's always like a pleasant surprise. Darren Sizemore, I have a fun project tomorrow. I'm going to stipple my M&P 45. Ooh. My friend Jay, actually, some of you may have heard of him, some of you may not have heard of him. Argo Jay is his YouTube channel. He's done his own stippling on his M&P pistol. Well, you know what, actually I do own a couple of polymer firearms, but they have some pretty notable grip texture on them, so I've never thought about doing any stippling. I think if I did, though, I'd have to, like, put some sort of fun or interesting pattern on it, just because that's me, and I would be bored. Matthew James Stoddard, I heard that Glocks are very blocky, lol. Yes, in my opinion, obviously. I mean, not knocking them. There are plenty of people who absolutely love them, and they work great for those people. That's, you know, totally, that's awesome. But they're kind of blocky, for me, anyway. Kind of really blocky. Lena Casane, oh man, I missed the FOD Blitz! Crap! Well, if you want, you can go find it. Oh, shoot, there have been a couple of comments since I was reading that. Matthew Stoddard, gosh, you're sassy. Words. People say words. FOD Blitz? I like to be a smart arse, lol. Indeed. It's all in good fun, right? Irish Mike Rachel says, FOD Blitzkrieg! Ben Akers, and the girl at the back said, everyone attack, and it turned into an FOD Blitz. An FOD Blitz. It's an FOD Blitz. Okay, I'm sorry. I always think of that song every single time we do a Blitz. Every single time. Colt Ruger, hear ye! FOD has decreed that ye shalt be blitzed. Okay, I think I got all of them. But I meant to, what I was trying to do initially was tell you where the video was. Here you go. Type things, computer. No typing? Okay, fine. No typing. It's Kirsten Joy Weiss, and her video is Snow White's Revenge, Shooting Fun. Kirsten Joy Weiss. And the thumbnail, it's her with, she's holding apples because she's going to shoot them. Lance Stone, I have shovel hands. Jeremy Humphreys, don't forget T-Rex patch ideas. Bradley, good night to one and all, and a safe week ahead. And that is about all we have time for. So I will see you every day at youtube.com/FateofDestinee for the Fate of Destinee snapshots. And don't worry, I do still produce my regular full-featured videos on Thursdays, so you can check that out. And also, I'm producing, or the Arms Guide is publishing an article every day on thearmsguide.com. So there are plenty of ways to stay up to date with what I'm doing here in the firearms world on the internets. It has been a lovely chat, guys. Thanks for tuning in and shooting the shiz with me. It's been wonderful. I will see you next week, Tuesday.